Alright everyone, welcome back to another video of the Dimensionalists and Grand Architects. Here we're Grand Architects, we're Dimensionalists. We got more stuff we needed to discuss on
on the Matrix.
On the Matrix and how our free will is barricaded,
does it exist?
And bombarded by an agency that is extremely sophisticated on all levels of consciousness and manipulation of reality.
Basically, is there a hidden source? I mean, it's a hidden influence that is controlling and confining our realities. Do we have free will, or is there like something outside of us, like trying to stop, like angelic forces? You know, being conscious beings. You know, like the Illuminati or something.
Or dark entities.
Dark entities. Controlling certain aspects, right? Right now we're gonna call them the Adjustment Bureau, and these can be like, I don't know, for example, like they could be like Freemason type beings, like a secret society of human beings, and also angelic forces. You know, dead beings, people channel them, and they are sent out to stop people from doing certain things. Like for example, this guy right here. There could be somebody in his life that's stopping him from ever reaching, you know.
I want a Lamborghini, by the way.
He wants to get a Lamborghini. Maybe he wants to go to Hawaii, right? And there's somebody in his life that's stopping him from doing that, and they were sent as an angelic adjustment bureau force or demonic adjustment bureau force to either help or stop him from doing it.
Mm-hmm. And they have a way to insert themselves at a particular point. In reality to stop it from occurring, and use reality itself, like wherever it may be, whatever juncture you're trying to get to, and an event occur or something caused to where you are stopped from your goal.
Yeah.
And
it's like a game. It's like a giant game. And they
have a sophisticated.
Basically, I think that there's like some kind of adjustment bureau type group that works with the Illuminati that are trying to control the will of fate, along with the will of the reincarnation cycle. Mm-hmm. Basically, trying to align with the stars and trying to control certain things to happen, so they can manifest what they want to happen.
Yeah, because the worst thing you can do is post something on Facebook of what you're gonna do, events, and not like catalog your life, just what you're doing to give them a past reference, and then what you're doing is giving a future reference of what you're gonna do. And they ever had a day to where you couldn't ever get to what you needed to have done. Like it's impossible. You had all the funds, you had the money, just couldn't get that exact event brought out.
No matter how much you tried, it wouldn't manifest.
So you got to understand that the Adjustment Bureau can use a tool like Facebook. They're not a part of Facebook, but they can go in and it's all there and access all that information, because they can go in and see that. That's one reference. Observators, astral projectors, people going in astral plane, people that can come down to the physical plane and look around, and remote viewing and see what's going on with a person, and then conjunct you at a certain particular point to stop your event, your goal from occurring.
Yeah, hold on. Like, let's just say that this right here is like some kind of veil, right? And this right here is a person, right? This is a person, and then this is a veil, and behind this veil, this matrix veil, there's other people behind it, and they can see you like kind of like a tinted window. They can see you, but you can't see them, right? Because they're they got the vision. Well, they're watching you do every fucking thing, and they're following you, maybe even in an astral body, and you can't see it and shit. And then they do certain things, and they make certain things happen to where you can't get it done. So there's some people out there that can't kill themselves. No matter how they try, they're not gonna be able to kill themselves. There's people out there that will never get a girlfriend for certain reasons. There's certain people that will never leave the state. Like you might be one of the people. There might be one of those people that are watching right now that's never been out of state. I guarantee you could. There's at least one person out there that will never leave the fucking state, no matter how hard they fucking try.
Because
their car's gonna break down. They're gonna lose their fucking money. They're on the way out of the state. They're gonna get robbed. Some crazy shit like that.
And then they go back to their house. They live and forget about it because they're too scared. Another thing about it is they have it where you'll forget about it, and or never have, you think you're already nestled in where you are, and that's why it's stating, you're in a state. That's why there's boundaries of a state. Why not we just be one country, one entity? Why is it going to be so many states? You ever thought about that? When the founding fathers were supposedly, for people believe, and Illuminati and Freemasons, and they constructed entire off masonry and divine will, darkness, light, to construct a society where it can be controlled. They have good means behind it. At the same time, they have negative means.
There's
but if you
light
step
and dark
outside
side
of that,
forces.
you step
it's like
outside
a game,
of that,
like a chessboard.
They will do what they can to bring you back into where you need to be, or they don't feel as if you're ready for that next step. And you never know when they could be around the corner, and you could be observed. They could go as far as projecting themselves through
some people actually
an atomic structure
some people actually
of another
got,
object in your room.
Some people actually already have, as soon as they're born, already have these people infiltrated in their lives, no matter what.
Yeah,
for real.
For instance, there's a story I've read on the internet, and there's many YouTube videos on it about a guy that tried to kill himself, and the bullet completely. He said that was a flash because he tried to hang himself, but he fell through the noose, but the noose was around his neck, and he never wanted to commit suicide again. That could have been in a dark force. You never know. Could have been a dark force making the guy where he doesn't want to still be tortured by reality or remember what's going on with his life for him to do that. But our point is, for them to control and construct themselves around and stop someone from achieving their suicide or achieving their gold medal in the Olympics or something, maybe, or having another person that's automatically beats them, or you're trying to get a video game or something, and you like, take for instance, I've already had my video game system and stuff, and all of a sudden I can't get Final Fantasy 15. It was delayed 3 more months, but he said that he was done with the game already, and he said he's ready to release it, but how when it's been in production for 10 years? That's maybe a adjustment on the rule, but the point is they can conjunct themselves and enter critical juncture, insert themselves in third dimension in front of you, and you not know that what's occurring right then and there is the Adjustment Bureau.
I believe that basically when people say that they sold their souls, or you hear about people selling their souls, the soul is basically the free will, right? Basically the free will. It's an aspect of the soul, and what's happening is they are swearing an oath to either a dark side or a light side, right? And basically their fate is written. They swear that they're going to die in a certain way, a certain time, blah blah blah, so certain events unfold the way that they need it to be unfolded and shit, and it causes other things to happen, chain of events and shit. It's like what is it called, the quantum string theory, basically.
String theory.
Everything's part of it and shit, and that's why the elite, they use astrology.
They also can
astronomy. Those two things.
Insert holograms into your reality also.
Yeah.
Meaning, I'll explain why or how. Instantly, you could leave a store, right, or go somewhere, and it'll look exactly how it is. But they can insert a hologram to where you're traveling in the hologram, and they can have it where you're exiting the hologram in your car, and it's exactly a replica of everything that you've seen, exactly. But they already got people within those holograms and solidify people there to make it where they're meeting you or stopping you from your goal. So when you exit the hologram, they've already arranged your mind and information. Okay, I don't want to do this. This is not what I want to do. Okay, I couldn't accomplish it because of this. But in reality, they inserted a hologram at a particular point. You try to go into it. You're in the hologram. You're traveling around in it until this exact replica, whatever you're at, and you're right when you exit it, or you're at that particular point where you're out of it, and you don't know when you're out of it. They did so much where it is, maybe caused a wreck that wasn't there, And once you've seen or perceived something, and you maybe small people like women, for instance, or maybe a lady or something, he sees a car wreck or something and sees it's not ready, so she goes to a store and she need to get something important, medicine for her kid, and something tragic happened, but it's really not there. She could actually go in the store and not have to worry. No one's stopping her from going to the store. She can still go in the store, but she changes her mind at a particular point, and she goes to go to another store, and she goes home and her kid died or sick, or the kid's sick in the car. That's a good example because they can delay, they can see and perceive some and cause something bad to occur, and that person is reality. And you're like, why me? What if I got there sooner? That's how hologram they got hologram inserts also, instead of just having physical beings or having something play out as a physical incident, instead of a hologram incident that's light solidified to perfection of atomic physical structure, basically. They have that stuff. The Adjustment Bureau can definitely come in and rearrange your reality, and you perceive it as, oh, it was just these events occurred today. No, it's not. It's, you never know. I've perceived things and seen stuff that where that's no way that's possible, and I get to my goal, and it was fucking like hell. And I actually get there and knew and perceived things and did study on this, that they can, in fact, rearrange your reality through hologram inserts. That's one more thing they can do, like, just besides what we mentioned earlier.
Like, let's just say that you're like an average Joe, right? You believe that you want to become a famous rapper, right? Everybody can't become famous, and the only way you can become famous is for certain things to happen, you know? So basically what's happening is they're restricting certain people's realities, man. Like, and that's why you hear of people selling their souls to become famous, because you have to do
why can't they do it themselves? Well, they already had the talent.
Yeah, because you have to do certain things to
why make a pact with the devil or this being or entity or a worshipful master and be given these things if you can just have it happen, you know? That you got to understand that these ABC, that's what they call it, ABC agencies, because they're all named something. The Adjustment Bureau is, you know, AB, or if you want to call it AB, because Adjustment Bureau, or FBI or CIA. That they have these things for a certain reason. It's like, that's why when the police are in certain places and they got the FBI, as soon as that person flashes just a little physical badge to a guy, he's a human being too. Cop's a human being. This cop knows police training too. Pretty sure the FBI's got police training too. But a simple badge a person can show and a cop instantly back down. You got to think about how convincing a word and a badge can make a cop completely move out the way and let them take over there and tell him to go, like he's highest jurisdiction. And another thing about it is the concept of government, judicial systems, executive branch, you know, and the legislative branch is all just concepts. It doesn't physically exist. It's to construct your mind to think things so they can tell you, well, this has occurred because this has occurred. Now they're in a hallway, not in a hallway, physical hallway, but a hallway of your mind thinking, okay, I can go down this path and do these things, and then Adjustment Bureau can send FBI, CIA, and assert them into your reality to where, boom, you can stop that from occurring. Take, for instance, another reason, it could be maybe if someone's trying to steal or something, people can steal and not be seen by cameras, and the FBI figure things out that's insane, and definitely make it where they're stopping a person making their goal, even though the person, you know, because they're bad and good people too, not just always good people. Bad people can intervene bad people. Don't get me wrong. That's why there's gang people, evil people shooting evil people or fighting people for a particular reason. There's bad people versus bad people. Seriously, could be stealing something. FBI like, oh, I don't like this, and they said the Adjustment Bureau sees this. The FBI doesn't have any physical proof, but the Adjustment Bureau know that person can be in the store stealing something, and they're actually in a hologram insert that they set up to see if this person is actually doing these things. You got to remember that also, because they can construct massively on that level. Agents, the ABC agencies, and the high Illuminati. You got to understand that there's branches that go down and sent out other branches, just like the military strategize overseas. It's just the same way, but within our United States, using concepts, information, and physical reality, astral reality, mental reality, spiritual reality, and force light and dark forces to manipulate and to completely construct reality. That's why time is a manipulation of thought and light.
No, they're trying.
See what I'm saying? So think about that. Time is a manipulation of thought and light. That's why time is set specific place, so they can always get to that particular point of what you're planning. If you're always got a time in your mind, looking at clocks, this, and this, really no such thing as time. There's really just a number counting down on a device.
Yeah.
So you want to think about how they have the complete construct, and they're already out there. When you were born, these people it's already existed. When you're born, boom, you're within this reality. You're within society. You got to remember those things. Is there anything else you want to say?
Yeah, basically, this shit, it doesn't stop, man. It's not just a couple people. It's like everybody got certain people in their lives, right? It's everybody got certain people that are part of the Adjustment Bureau in their lives. And because every single person has free will and they can change things. And that's basically what they're trying to do. The New World Order is trying to take our free will away. And so,
since they got the free will, they can free will. They got the free will to insert.
They're trying to take our free will away because they know that we can change the will of fate. And they don't want us to change the will of fate. They don't want us to do it like that. They want to control that shit.
That's why when you're arrested for something, they say you are under arrest.
But it's not just about the FBI or the government or anything like that, man. It's other people. It's like every citizen.
They do when you're arrested, for instance. They say you are under arrest. The mental construct, your mind thinking, emotional level, the complete firmness of their mind and their statement of them saying it, and they're firm people, and the physical locking of your wrists, and you're cuffed and took into a facility for incarceration. That's how they can't constrict you physically, mentally, and spiritually and bind you, telekinesis and stuff like that, because the free will zone's still here. We're still here with free will, and they want to stop it. That's why when you commit a crime, it's a law. You break the law, you're arrested. That's why they tell you you're arrested. They tell you with their emotion of themselves, the firmness of whatever they were sworn to oath, and plus the fact that your hands are physically locked together, and you're escorted in a vehicle to the destination of the incarceration you may receive and stand before a person that's within the society that's a judge. But thanks everyone for watching the video on the Adjustment Bureau and how massively it's set up and constructed. And that's all I wanted to mention about the Adjustment Bureau. And hope y'all understand that when you're in reality and you're perceiving life and you're seeing things, take time to think. You're not just looking at something, thinking of something in the past about your girlfriend or life, that your life could be rearranged and you never know. Alright everyone, thanks for watching the video of the Dimensionalist and YouTube channelist. I'm being featured on Grand Architects. I thank you and appreciate it. Y'all take care. Peace.